Hi, Shihan Noel here today with Sensei Matt Noel. We're going to talk to you about how to get a little bit more power out of your front snap kick and also how to get a little bit more distance. Sometimes when you go to kick, the person or the target has moved back and you need to get a little bit more distance in your kick, and this is one of the methods of doing that. It also allows you to get a little bit more power out of your technique. Now, we've talked before, we've covered that a front kick can be both a snap kick, we call it just a front snap kick, or it can be a heel push kick, a front push kick, where it's more of a thrusting motion as opposed to a snapping motion. But when we do either kick, but it's certainly with a front snap kick, there are four components or four parts to a kick. We have the tuck, the extension, the tuck, and then down, or the placement on the ground. So back to stance. So when we do the kick, I'm going to have Sensei Matt's going to kick at me. He's going to go into a front stance. We call this Seisan stance. Essentially, when he does the kick, normally you would keep your hip in place. He would come up and he would get to about this far with his kick. Notice that he did the tuck. He extends it out. He hits with the ball of foot. He tucks it and then replaces it back down into stance. So we call that tuck, extend, tuck, down. All right, so those are the four parts of the kick. Notice that, go ahead and do it again. Notice that his hip doesn't really move forward very much. He just comes up, it's just a quick, rapid snapping kick. Not nearly as powerful as a thrust, a heel push kick or a thrusting kick, but nonetheless it can be very effective for a pattern interrupt. It certainly can set you up for a different percussion technique, especially an upper body technique. But if he wants to get a little bit more power, a little bit more distance, he was kicking about to here, but if he wants to get a few more inches out of it, what he's going to do now is he's going to thrust his hips forward, and not only will that give him more power, but it's also going to give him more distance and more reach, a longer reach with his kick. So he's coming up, he's kicking, but what he's doing is bringing the hips forward. All right, a few more times. Yep. So again, it's still a snap kick. He's tuck, extend, tuck, and down. He's going kind of slow to take it easy on my hand. But essentially, he's coming up, extending, but pushing the hip forward. All right. So that's just a simple way to get a little bit more power out of your front kick. It's a simple way to get a little bit more extension or a little bit more reach, especially if the bad guy has moved back and you need to get that little bit extra distance after you've already committed yourself into the kick. All right, so again, just a little bit of a heel, or just a little bit of a hip thrust will give you that distance and give you more power in the technique. It's almost in a way kind of a fusion between a snap kick and a front snap kick and a heel push kick, or a thrusting kick. And but it's still considered a snap kick because he's still bringing it out. It's very fast. Again, just giving a little bit more reach, a little bit more power. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm Shihan Noel with my partner Sensei Matt Noel, and glad you could join us. We look forward to seeing you in a future video. Take care.